here today at Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the premiere for Season 3. We're going to interview a bunch of the cast, and hello if you're new here, I'm Victoria, your Toronto pop culture girly, and I love Star Trek. Oh my god, it's filmed here in Toronto. CanCon. What a beautiful cast.
Here we go, everyone,
So cute.
eyes forward.
Bruno! Perfect. Hi, I'm Victoria.
How you doing, Victoria?
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm doing great. Strange New Worlds, true to its name, has a lot of wacky genre-shifting episodes.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there was a sort of genre or a crossover that you would want to see in future seasons.
Me and Jess were talking about this. Like a buddy cop one would be cool, you know? You know, like, I don't know what you would call it, but like Turner and Hooch, you know how there's like, I don't know, a story of like a guy and his dog? That would be cool. That would be cool. But it would need to be Chrissy and Runa. But yeah, I think they could do a whole episode, just her and a dog.
We had a bit of a chat about this today. I want to see like a buddy cop kind of comedy. I want to see like a really like kind of spicy psychological thriller. I think would be really cool. We were also saying like, you know those TV shows that do like a one shot for the whole episode, like Birdman. I think that would be really cool. I don't know, like a heist or like a treasure hunt. That would be really cool. Yeah.
Ooh, for our show, any genre shifts I would want to see in the future. I love shore leave episodes. I think they're very fun to see the crew relax every once in a while. I would love to do a beach day episode, like maybe an episode that interrogates like tourism, but also we like do a little bit of beach stuff too. Just anything that keeps it very Trek and social political commentary, while also seeing the crew have a good old time.
I would love to see an episode of the Federation doing the Olympics, Federation Olympics. I think that would be cool, you know, and then comes down to the Klingons versus us, and then we got to find a way to beat the Klingons because we know they're going to cheat, you know, so we got to play their game.
Yes, I'd love to tackle a Western because I feel like that would be perfect, and we have the best captain to do that. Anson is just, to me, Anson Mount was made to be Captain Pike, and he's also fantastic on a horse, you know, and so I feel like a Western would be, we're just aching for one. Whether or not that's going to happen, I don't know.
No, but I'd love to see it.
I'm campaigning for it.
Like a CW Twilight-esque. That could be fun, right? A Riverdale episode. I know it was a process for casting for Scotty and to bring a more authentic Scotty. I was wondering if there was any like secret little things that you do to like bring life to your character.
Whenever they try and write a Scottish phrase in the script, I try and, I don't know, make it authentic. So sometimes that takes a little bit of tweaking, which they're really, no, don't worry. They're really gracious about that, and they, you know, they let me run it past my parents, because sometimes they'll write a phrase that is maybe something that old people used to say, or it's maybe just not quite something I would say. So, you know, they've allowed me to voice that. And also there are phrases that they say that maybe I just don't say in my part of Scotland, but people say in other parts of Scotland. So, you know, sometimes I've got to let it slide. But yeah, I would say that's one way that I try and contribute to the role of Scott.
Congratulations on Season 3.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Victoria. Nice to meet you. Previous season ended off with the Spock and Chapel romance kind of being up in the air. Without spoiling anything coming up, how their relationship might evolve in this season.
Ooh, I don't know if I can tell you anything. I just think I think that Spock and Chapel are at a junction where they're realizing that what they both individually need for their own version of a happy life is not super cohesive and not super compatible. So they're kind of at this junction where they're like, I really care about this person, I really love this person, and I really want it to work, but I also need to do this thing for myself that's at odds with what you need. And so it's just kind of like, they're going to be working that out. They're going to be working that tension out.
Thank you so much. It's great meeting you. Hello, I'm Victoria. Nice to meet you.
Celia, pleasure to meet you. I love your eye makeup.
Thank you.
So matches your hair
I
very
matched
well.
my hair. Speaking of hair, that's one thing I wanted to ask you about.
Yeah.
You wear your hair natural in this show.
Yes.
How is it to have the support within hair and makeup to actually cater to your hair?
Of course. It's actually, funnily enough, it's a really awesome wig. The afro that I wear, I love being able to show off natural textures and stars Star Trek. I think it is really important to let people know that 4C hair exists in the future and that there's space for it. It takes time and effort, and we see a lot of Starfleet hair protection. In the first few seasons, we see Uhura wearing a Starfleet do-rag. Hopefully in these upcoming seasons, we'll see her in a Starfleet bonnet. I'm very excited to continue to showcase different styles of hair in the future. I think it's incredibly important.
Also, it would be incredible if they sold Starfleet bonnets.
I have been telling them for years to put any Starfleet hair care products available on for costumes to Gen Pop. They would love it. And listen, I don't know. I think it's a wonderful idea.
I agree.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi, I'm Victoria. I'll shake your hand. I'll shake your hand, Bruno. You're so cute.
Runa.
Oh, Runa? Okay, Runa. I'm just continuing being in this Star Trek universe. Like, how does it feel to be on a show that's just been the forefront of, like, diversity, everything? Because I know, like, growing up with Star Trek, I'm like, oh, there's people like me on screen, too.
For sure, it's so heartwarming when I meet fans, especially, you know, young girls of Asian descent who come to me and their parents tell me I'm their favorite character, and they look to the TV and say, hey mummy, that girl looks like me, you know? And so it makes me feel like this job is even more meaningful.
It also makes my heart that I see myself in your character as well. But it's incredible to talk to you. Congrats on season 3. I know season 4 is in production. So.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
And I know you've compared your character to inspiration to Riker in the past. I have a cousin named after Riker, but I was curious to know, like, what sort of inspirations from his character that you brought into your own.
Totally, yeah. It came from my late partner Brian while we were filming season 1, and he was up here in Toronto with me. He's the one who was just like, you're like the Riker of the cast, and that stuck with me because he was a big Trek fan and he knew a lot more about all the ins and outs of the world than I did. But I grew up watching The Next Generation, and Riker was my favorite. And so the only thing I think that Ortegas has not done that would really seal the deal is the Riker maneuver, is the leg over the chair. And the fact that Jonathan Frakes agreed with me that she's like the Riker of the cast made me particularly happy.
That is incredible to bring, like, your favorite characters' vibes to life. Congratulations on season 3, and I know season 4 is in production, so again, congratulations.
Back at it tomorrow.
That, like, narrative transition, like, how do you come up with, like, all these, like, ideas to, like, shift into these different genres?
We're trying to do a different movie for every week, you know what I mean? But we're not trying to do a different movie within every episode that switches back and forth. Like, we come in saying we know what type of movie this is, we know what character we want to focus on, and we try to tell a story each week that's different and about the people on the ship. You don't know what to expect, but once we let you know, you know. I mean, we're trying to follow, like, the best version of what we think is a traditional way that Star Trek approaches story, which is that, like, some weeks will be funny, some weeks it will be terrifying, some weeks will be full of adventure. Well, the singing was they hadn't done like a musical episode before. And so we were like, all right, let's do this thing that hadn't been done before. But we also, I mean, internally, we were like, if we're going to do this, we better do it well, because, you know. So we spent a lot of time working on it to make sure that it worked.
That kind of leads to my second question, because I was going to say, like, production-wise, some teams and, like, some ways of production are different based on, like, again, like the musical episode versus, like, working with the animator teams for, like, the lower deck stuff. How do you set that up for success?
A lot of what we do is try to plan ahead of time. So, like, every episode can handle, like, 1 to 2 really big things that they're trying to do, big shifts, big, like, attempts. But if you throw everything at them, it's super, super challenging. So we'll do a really hard to produce one, like, in one episode, and then we'll try to make something really simple, but, like, we'll lean in on comedy and try to make that be about, like, something that we do on the ship. The real secret weapon for the show is we try to make it so that the actors don't know what to expect. I worked on a lot of different TV series, and one of the things that you tend to find when you are on episodic television is the actors come in and they have to do the same thing every week. And then I remember being on a show maybe 5 or 6 seasons in, and the actors would come into a scene, there'd be 5 of them there, and they would say, oh, this is a 3-page scene, and they would all find a place to sit down. And what I took from that as a writer was, oh, so they're bored. They're bored by what this is expecting of them. Let's flip the script on this. Let's give them something that they do not expect. Have them try things that are shocking and surprising to them, and like really, really, really rise to the occasion. What's wonderful is you're basically saying like, look, you guys are talented. Like, let's let people see your talent, and you give them a chance to do that, and then like everyone ends up watching the show and they love it, and they realize how talented the actors are, and it's great. It's like a win for everybody because then the show is fun.
One last question, just piggybacking off of that. Was there a specific moment with a specific actor where you surprised them that just like made you laugh a little bit?
Well, I mean, the first time we asked Anson to not play Pike, or to play him in a different way, like he just came in, and I mean, he came in so deeply committed. I think like in season 1 when we did the Elysian Kingdom episode, when he turns into a character who is not Pike and behaves not at all like Pike, the commitment that he brought to that made us realize, oh, like we need to try this with everybody. I can't wait for you to see episode 4 from season 3.
I've seen the set photos from it.
That is an episode where we definitely get everyone to try something completely different, and it's a delight. It's a delight. It was a delight to work on. I have a lot of fun watching it. I usually try to see this the way that I would see it as a viewer, and I can't wait for you to see it because I think it's super fun.
Incredible. Thank you so much. Thanks. Congrats on the season. That's a wrap. That's crazy. Oh, it's Carlos.
Yeah, I'm cosplaying Vic, cosplaying Liz.
I think I'm gonna go for the bubbly. Cheers! They are cookies. They're so cute.
Do you live in an apartment or a house?
So cute. Wait, that was backwards. This is coming home with me. I love this. Yeah, that was so fun. That was so good. Thank you for helping me film.
Fun. I mean, it's so nice. I'm so excited to see the show.
Me too. The new season seems so much fun, especially episode 4, another genre crossing episode.
Excited.
If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. I love gossiping into the mic. It's Nurse Chapel. Oh my gosh, she's tall. Did like auditions with like over 30 or 50 people to find the right Scotsman to play Scotty. Fun fact. That accent, right? You're doing great, honey. Want snacks? Condoms?